got Antonio Felix Da Costa from BMW I Andretti Motorsport, Eric Vergne for DS to Cheetah, and Felipe Massa joining us for the Venturi Formula E team. Antonio, we'll start with you, if you could pay attention. You're coming into the first race after a lot of testing, and there's been a lot of positive noise about BMW. You excited?
Yeah, first of all, good to be here. Hi, everyone. I am, obviously. It's probably the best off-season I've had in my Formula E career, so very encouraging. But even apart from all of that, even when we did all our 15 days of private testing as a manufacturer, straight away got a good feeling with the car. Everything felt like the powertrain was working. It all made sense, you know. It felt good to me as a driver, and then it was nice to get to Valencia and see that we were in the loop and were competitive. I don't think we can take much away from that. It's obviously a good indication to be up front, but in no way we can come here and think we do need to fight for it, and everyone is aware of that, and feet on the ground, and we do our best. No expectations really, so just approach it like Valencia, drive as best as I can, do our best, and see where we are.
The BMW and Andretti relationship has been sort of bubbling for 2-3 years maybe now. How satisfying is it to see it finally happen properly, and what are the biggest changes that you've noticed?
Yeah, so what's happening tomorrow? You know, the start of season 5. This is a plan that we've planned for 3 years now. So I knew this was going to happen over 2 years ago, and I moved to Andretti initially because I knew this was going to happen, and we're finally here. So I'm just hopeful that it works out. I mean, certainly in Munich, and together with the people from Andretti in Indy, everyone's been working well together. Obviously, the past 2 years have been more of a collaboration. We knew everything was working towards season 5, so let's see what we got now, you know, and see if it pays off. Everyone in Munich has a big smile on their faces. Everyone's excited with this new project. You know, BMW Motorsport, they have a big heritage in racing, and going racing in an electric car is certainly something no one is used to. So, but a lot of smiles on people's faces, and hopefully we can keep that going.
Cool, best of luck. We'll move on to Eric Vergne now in the middle, the reigning champion. Are you bored of hearing that, or it's fine if I still call you champion?
Excuse me?
Are you bored of hearing that you're the champion of Formula E, or it's still cool?
I mean, it's still cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. What have you done in your off-season, apart from testing? Anything fun?
Yeah, I had some holidays, some nice parties. Did a lot of work on the side also, different projects. I kept myself quite busy.
A photographer now as well on Instagram.
I bought a cat also.
Yeah.
It's called Cheetah.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Anyway, how different does it feel now that DS are involved at Cheetah? Does it feel like a different team, or it's still the same, or, you know, what's the difference?
No, I think it's, you know, it is really nice to have DS back on board. I mean, back for myself. You know, I know the guys, very talented people working there, very good facilities, and with, you know, the addition of our people plus the DS people making one team, I think it's the best that could happen to our team. Very pleased with the partnership so far. I think we've been working very well, and you know, there is always this moment where it's difficult to get everybody working together, but I guess we made that happen. Now we have to wait and see, you know, how everybody performs under pressure. Of course, that always changes things, but I feel very confident.
One of our favourite things about last season was Gendre. Do you think Andre is going to be closer to you this season for sort of the whole season? Because last year, you know, towards the end he was right there. But do you think it's going to be tougher this season against him?
No, absolutely. I mean, he's one of the most talented drivers that exists. He's got a fantastic palmarès, and yeah, I expect it to be at the same level as I am. So for sure, there's going to be a nice competition between him and I, and it's good for the team because it pushes everybody upward, and I think that's what we want as a team.
And one of the big changes for this year is attack mode. You've had a little try. In fact, you two had a nice little fight in Valencia with attack mode. What do you think of it? How do you think it's going to work?
I think it's a great system. It's a very good idea. But the way it has been designed for this track is not good. I think it's way too close out of the corner. you need to go down to 20 kph. It's going to be dangerous for the drivers that will literally stop their car to go touch even the wall, because it's so close to the wall, and if you don't go that close to the wall, you don't activate it. So I think as a result, everybody will use it under full course yellow of safety car, and Formula E will not see what they were expecting. So unless they can change it to further away in the straight line, and that we still lose a little bit of time going to activate it. But right now, you lose at least 3-4 seconds to activate the attack mode.
Thank you for your honesty. We'll move on now to Felipe Massa for Venturi. Joining Formula E, Felipe, do you feel prepared for this first race, or is it difficult to, because of how little testing there has been?
Well, I don't know. Definitely is the first race in the championship that I don't know any tracks. Well, maybe I know the very little part in Monaco, and I know that they are using in Formula E, and I know maybe only last corner in Mexico, something like that. So, but yeah, I think it's a new challenge. I like new challenge. It's a lot to learn. It's a lot to trying to put yourself in the right way, trying to understand in the car, trying to work with the team, trying to get everything you can, from the driver that has experience, in Formula E. Especially my teammate, trying to get his feelings, trying to put together and learn. Even if I mean, I am a experienced driver in the motorsport. I mean, Formula One. I mean, racing 16 years in other categories as well. I think is a new challenge, and being an experienced driver helps to learn. But everything needs to start from zero. So I don't know actually where I am. Compared to the other drivers. It's a little bit difficult to understand also where our team is compared to the other teams. What I can say is that everything that happens in the testing, from the first day I drove the car until the last day I drove the car, it went pretty okay, pretty well. So in all the different expectations, like qualifying mode, but also race mode. I mean, understanding how to drive the car in the race, how to use the battery in the right way, which is a big change compared to all of the other championships. How to drive the car with no downforce and the road tires, electric cars. So it's a big change, but it was not bad, the testing, I would say, but I think now is the right answer. I mean, now is when you're driving the proper track, when you have everybody trying the best performance, the best achievement in all the different areas. So, you need to have your feet on the ground. Great drivers, like I have next to me, that not only in Formula E, but also in all the categories, successful drivers. Racing Formula E, I would say the level is really high. Is a top level, and you need to win the race. You need to do very well in your side, but also you need to have everybody doing very well, your team and everybody. So at the end, I'm ready for the challenge, and let's start to have the answer on this tomorrow. In this race, to prepare also the next races as well.